So, how are you enjoying the winter? The beautiful snow outside? Just kidding, there's no snow, the sun is out, it's beautiful. You see, God was homeless, not because he didn't have a home. The whole world is God's home. He created the whole world. How could it not be his home? The reason is because nobody recognized that God has a place in the world. It's imagine you had a home, you owned the home, but no one else in the world recognized that this is your home. Everyone thinks it belongs to your neighbor. Some people think it belongs to your cousin. Some people think it belongs to them. How comfortable are you in such a home? A home that nobody besides you will agree or will recognize that this is your home. So God wanted there should be a place in the world that everyone will recognize and say, oh, this is God's home. I mean, the goal is that the whole world should be recognized as God's home because it's his creation and he's present there. But we start off with this limited amount of space that everyone will recognize this is God's home. And so God will be comfortable there and he'll be present over there. So God asked just this from Moses in the desert. He said, could you build for me a home, a mishkan, a tabernacle, a structure? All the Jews contributed their gold and silver to it. The walls were made out of wood though. And the name of the walls in Hebrew is called Atzei Shittim. That's the wood that was used. Atzei Shittim. This was going to be the walls of the home for God. Shittim in Hebrew also means shtus, which means craziness. Why does God need his walls, the walls of his home, to be made out of craziness? To be made out of craziness. The reason is because God is much greater than our minds. If we are going to make a house for God based on how we understand, or we understand God, he's not really going to be comfortable there because he's going to say, okay, your mind, I'm going to be comfortable in a studio apartment, but you don't understand that in my mind, I need a 5-bedroom with a nice deck. Or, God has much greater understanding than that. So if we're going to make a home for God based on our logical, normal standards, he's not going to be comfortable there. We have to go beyond ourselves, and we go beyond ourselves once we're not limited already, so it's already somewhat of something in common with the unlimited God. So going out of our limitations is something like being unlimited. Unlimited means going crazy a little bit, but in a good way. To do something crazy, that's good. We do so many wrong things that could be considered crazy. The way to make a home for God is to do something good, so much that it's considered crazy.